Hi there, Loy Machedo speaking from loymachedo.com, and I was Loy Machedo. Today the date is March 28, 2016. Time right now is 7:22 in the evening. All right. Okay. I happened to get this email from a friend, a reader of mine, and he asked me this question: Loy, I'm unable. My weakness is I can't finish reading a book, not even half of it. How do you read so many books? So then I thought it would be fair enough for me to put up a video as to how was I able to read more than 300 books in within 365 days. How was it humanly possible? Okay, I'll share with you these 14 steps, and I'm sure you'd get these tips anywhere, but these are the tips that really help me. First and foremost is choose a simple, easy book. Now, for example, if I were to take a book like this, okay, let's say this is a book on neuroscience, okay? Now, given how thick the book is, and if you actually look at it, given how detailed the book is, I'm pretty sure I would not be able to read this book, even maybe it would take me nearly, let's say, roughly a month or 15 days to read this book, even if I spend all my time, or it would even take me, close to realistically a month. So if I would take books like this, obviously it's not possible to finish reading a book. So what I do, instead of taking a book like that, I would take a simple book like this. You see how thin this book is? You see how large the fonts are? It's pretty easy. So if I were to take a book, say something like this, which is so small and the letters are so tiny, you can see this, it becomes really hard. So I take up an easy book to read. So that is number one. Choose a simple, easy book. Okay? Even if you're a new reader, always choose a simple, easy book. Like something like this, Charles Saatchi. This book has stuff like this, which is slightly creative. It has pictures, like here it has a picture. So it's kind of visual in nature, and it's pretty interesting. So first one, choose a simple, easy book. Second one is choose an interesting book. Now, for many people, a book like this, Management by Peter Drucker, would not be a very interesting book. Okay, for me it is like mid-range. But however, if you were to read, say, something in leadership, say something like this, Coactive Leadership, I find this interesting. So, but still, what are you doing sneezing? That's my dog. Okay, so if you don't find something interesting like this, get something like this. See, this is Brand Gap. Okay, this is also a book on management. However, it speaks on brands. Now, I find this very interesting because it has a lot of pictures. So, first one was a simple, easy book. Second one is an interesting book. Choose a book that interests you, because when you have a book that interests you, you obviously will finish it faster. That is why maybe fiction, books on fiction sell very well. Point number 3 is you must remove all distractions. For me, I don't know if you know this, I'm a guy who has ADD, that is Attention Deficit Disorder. Okay, the thing about it is, if I sit down even for a minute, my mind will wander everywhere. I'll get thoughts, I'll get ideas, I'll want to do things, I'll want to, so many things. And you can just Google and find out what is ADD. My brain works very fast. So for me, it was particularly challenging. So what I did is I removed all distractions. First thing, I removed my phone, I switched off the internet, I put off the PC, and kept my dogs somewhere separate. I got away from everyone. In fact, the 2 best places I can suggest is, one is going to a toilet, second one, going to a coffee shop. Those are ideal. When you go to the toilet, obviously nobody wants to disturb you there. When you go to a coffee shop, well, it's brilliant. And especially when you sit in the corner. Don't sit in public, others people will, clamor. So, point number 4 is, go to an environment that promotes reading a book. You can even go to a library. Point number 5 is start early. When you get up in the morning and your mind is fresh and your brain is really active after a cup of coffee, well, that is the best time to read a book. Don't wait to read a book after you get tired, after you come back from work, after you've been in traffic for hours and hours. That is terrible. Okay. Point number 6 is set a target. It's always good to be realistic about the fact that you have a target. So if you know that you are supposed to read 1 chapter or 10 pages, that is a specific target. But if in case you have, I'll read a few pages, you don't know what is a few pages. The second one is make the target easy, or set easy challenges. Now, if, for example, you cannot read 20 pages and you say, from today onwards, I will read 50 pages or 100 pages, you need to be realistic. It's not going to happen. So make it easy. Okay. Point number 8 is think of ways to reward yourself. You can have small rewards from everything from having ice cream, going for a movie, watching your favorite program, or in my case, it was blogging about it. The reward was I could blog about it, I could put up a video, I could promote my brand by reading a book. And another reward was authors used to write back to me thanking me for the fact that I reviewed their book. So yes, do make do reward yourself, and after you reward yourself, you'll feel really good about it. Then it becomes a habit. Then number 9 is very important. Make a noise or brag about it. In the world of social media today, when we have Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, it's always good to brag about, yes, I finished another book, and name the book, share your views on it, and brag about it that you finished the book. People feel very happy to know that someone has read the book and you have a few opinions about it, and they obviously will feel, wow, this person is intellectual, and it kind of feels good because it gives you a kind of ego boost, so to speak. Point number 10 is practice speed reading. Before, when I used to read books around 20 years ago, when I started reading, I would read every word, every sentence, every line. That is how I used to read books. But over the last few years, I did find out that if I just skim through the chapters and pick up the main points, the essence of the book, I will learn much more. So study the underlying points. Read the summary of each chapter at the end of every chapter. You'll get the gist of what the author is trying to say. And if you need to read more, then you can study more about the book. So practice speed reading. It saves a lot of time. Point number 11, practice selective reading, whether it's a chapter or the book. When you buy a book, you don't have to read each and everything about the book. You can choose which chapter you like. See, there was this book called Nudge. And I was enjoying each and every bit of the book until I came to the last chapter where he spoke of something that was spiritual or religious, and I'm not a guy who subscribes to all that, so I skipped that chapter entirely, and it was okay, it was not bad, So practice selective reading. Point number 12 is make it interactive. There are so many blogs like blog.com, goodreads.com, amazon.com, where you can put up your book review and you can share your views with others. You can also write on the book. You can, put up your notes. You can write your blog. So make it interactive in nature where people can respond and you can have a conversation. That also, makes it interesting to read a book. Point number 13, use creative options. Now, you need to understand a book like Management from Peter Drucker is heavy reading. So I bought an audio book. You also have YouTube videos. You also have many YouTube videos which are like, they show they animate the entire book. They summarize the whole book for 5 minutes or 10 minutes. They even have TED Talks. They also have creative forums where these speakers come and talk, or these writers come and talk. So use these creative options. That will also help you. And finally, point number 14 is enjoy the process. If you don't enjoy the process, you're wasting your time. So you need to enjoy what is it that you're doing. So these are the 14 points by which I was able to read more than 300 books in 365 days. And, that's how I was able to do it. So use these points, share them with your friends. And if you have any questions, love to hear from you. Loy from loymachedo.com, and this is Loy Machedo sharing with you the answers to the questions and his strategies. Goodbye.